Hey everyone, it's Kai from Kool Collectibles, back again for another review. This time it's the Transformers Platinum Edition reissue of Blaster and his minions and Perceptor, also known as Autobot Intel Ops. For all your Transformer needs, click the link in the description below to head on over to Robot Kingdom. They ship worldwide, so definitely check them out. Alright, just a quick look at the packaging, and I think it's really nice actually. I love that artwork at the front. They've done a really nice job of that, and I love how this front flap is just velcroed on and reveals the contents inside with Blaster and Perceptor and ram horn, steel jaw and eject there, looking very nice actually. And on the back you get some pictures of the figures themselves there as well. So I'll crack these guys open and give you guys a closer look. Alright, so here they are out of the box, and I've got to say they are pretty damn cool. I was lucky enough to have the original Blaster back in the day, but I never had Perceptor or Blaster's minions, and so it's pretty cool that I've finally been able to get to see these in their original sort of G1 format. I do have my original Blaster from the 80s with me here, so I'll be able to do a comparison just in a second, but just go through the accessories. He comes with the usual instruction manual, the big Blaster for Blaster, which doesn't look too different, probably a little bit grayer in the plastic. Comes with the 3 cassette cases, Perceptor's rifle, which is not too bad in the mold. Comes with these missiles. The plastic on the missiles here seems a little thin and translucent, so the quality is probably not that high, but not too bad overall. And there's his missile launcher, so I think you just insert that in there, I assume. I'm not sure if it's going to fire out, and it doesn't. So I'm not sure if that's broken or just mine, but this firing mechanism certainly doesn't seem to work at all. That doesn't even, I don't even know if there's a spring in there or not. So I guess this is probably just for show, as opposed to really firing out like they used to in the G1 toys. So if yours does fire and mine's broken, let me know in the comments below. Perceptor also comes with this slide case, which can clip together like this or just fold apart like that. So these are I think what you use when he is in the microscope mode. I'm not sure what that is, to be honest, like a map of some sort. And this one is some jewelry or something like that. And this one, I have no idea what that is. Some sort of assembly line. And a few more here. I think that's either the Matrix or Unicron or something like that. That looks like Optimus. And this is some weird light thing. So you get those slides, and I'll go through I'll go through Blaster first, just in the comparison with my original G1. Just hold on a second. Alright, so here is Blaster, and on the face of it, he's pretty much a good representation or replica of the original G1 figure, but because I've got the original, you can do a direct comparison, and it's pretty much immediately obvious that the original sort of plastic quality is far better back in the 80s than this reissue here. So let me just bring them across. I'm not sure if you can sort of pick it out on camera through the viewfinder here, but I can sort of immediately see it in person. Both the red plastic and the grey plastic is a lot deeper in colour in the plastic, as opposed to the reissue here, where the plastic almost seems a little bit translucent. So the brown here, it's very much like the Hasbro recent reissue of MP Grimlock, where the grey plastic had a sort of translucent brown sort of appearance to it, and you can really see it in hand, particularly against some of the lighting. So I'm not sure if you can sort of see it. I'll make them back to back. So you can almost see the difference there, where the original G1 is a nice thick sort of real grey, whereas the grey here is, you can almost see the translucency along the edges here, and it's got a brown tinge to it. And that just sort of lowers the sort of quality appearance of the figure. It's not so apparent with the red, but if you can sort of see there, the original on the left is a much sort of darker, deeper, rich red colour than the original. I guess what I do like about the reissue here is that they've pre-applied the stickers. I hate putting on stickers and I never get them straight, so doesn't look like they got that one too straight either, but I'm glad that they put that on without me having to do it. And I do like that on my original here, the spring on the cassette case here never works anymore, so I have to pretty much do that manually, and it never sort of closes. So the eject button doesn't work anymore. I have unscrewed it and checked the mechanisms inside, but the spring just doesn't work anymore. But on the reissue here, it does work pretty well. So opens up pretty well and closes shut. So I'll do like that. The head sculpt and the paint application, again, I think the only real difference is the sort of thickness in the plastic. The paint application on the silver is quite nicely done, and the eyes as well. So nothing really to complain about there. And I think all the stickers are pretty much identical. I think the new ones probably have a bit more of a sheen to them, whereas my originals here are looking a little bit dull, I guess. But that could just be due to the age. But the new ones do have a nice reflective sheen to them. On the back you can see the original branding and a bit of the scratch swirls on it. Let me see if you can almost see the difference in quality of the plastic. It just seems like a thicker type of material. It's hard to describe, but there you see the original branding, 1984. You get the same sort of branding there, but with this weird sort of CE Hasbro marking on it, which is unfortunate. But everywhere else is pretty much identical. You can also see the grey plastic in the reissue has these sort of sparkly things embedded through it. I think if you catch the light right, you can sort of see the sparkly nature to it. I don't think the original had that at all, unless it's very sort of slight, but I prefer the sort of thick grey plastic like that. So they both of them have the rub. I haven't actually tried the reissue here. I haven't actually rubbed these stickers for ages, to be honest. Mine doesn't seem to be working too well. So other than that, it's pretty much the same as you would expect for a reissue. I did try to do the transformation before, and the joints are very tight. That one wasn't too bad, but I did have a hard time doing the legs in particular. So if I just quickly do that now, I do like the quick and easy transformations as opposed to the masterpiece figures, which always seem to take me an exceedingly amount of time to do. So this bit here was the tight bit to try and pull that out to give it some clearance. So there we go, get that click there, and I always like this sort of click to put that in place. And then this was another bit of a issue with me before, to slide that through. And there you go, just clip that all in place, and he does look pretty awesome in that form. So overall, not too bad a reissue, but I can definitely see now why the original G1s are so sought after, because they are just better quality. I mean, you know, the old saying, they don't make them like they used to. Well, they sure as hell don't, because in a direct comparison with my original here, the original is far better. I don't even know how much these guys are going for these days, but in comparison, just in quality wise, it's almost pretty obvious there as well. So everything just looks a little bit lighter and browner, and yeah, just lower quality on the reissue. So hope you guys like that look at Blaster. Now I will just give you guys a look at his minions and Perceptor. Alright, so here is Eject. As I was saying before, I never had these ones back in the day. I did have all of Soundwave and his minions, but not these guys. So it's unfortunate I can't do a direct comparison. But again, you can sort of see that the plastic quality is a little bit lacking. But overall, I do like the sort of mold and the aesthetic of these guys. The chrome on the weapons is very nicely done. And I do like that mold. You just sort of slot it in the slot there, I think. Or oh, let me make it face this way, like so. Do the same on that side. And there he is with his weapons. So it does look quite nice. And I'll just do the transformation, which is pretty straightforward. Just flick those legs down, flick these up. And just turn that in. I do like this mechanism where you slot the head in and clip that in place, which is quite nice. Then you just turn those up and pretty much just slide those in. And there you have Eject in cassette mode, which looks pretty nice. So I'll just grab that and eject that out. I'm assuming he fits in there fairly nicely. Not quite. Probably just fix up the transformation a little bit. See if he fits in there, and he sort of does. Close that up. There you go. Takes me back to the good old days. So that's Eject, not too bad there. This is Steeljaw. So not too bad there. I do like all these metal parts here on his lower legs, which adds a nice bit of quality to it. It'd probably be very flimsy if he didn't have these metal bits at the bottom for stability and standing, because with these guys they're always so thin that standing is a bit of a problem. Do like these gold chromed weapons on the sides here. Just the transformation. Hold on. Alright, the transformation is pretty straightforward. Just flick those up, flick his head down, and push that in. Get his tail in there as well, and then just flick his legs all the way up, like so. So they do look pretty good. I do like the application of the paint on the front here. Metal position, I'm assuming that says. I can't remember what they used to say on these cassettes. It's been a while since I've actually tried to use a real cassette, but there's Steeljaw for you. Alright, so here's Ramhorn, another pretty nicely designed G1 cassette. I do like that head sculpt. And these chromed weapons do look pretty nice as well. Very nicely chromed. And they fit in there pretty straightforward and easy. And the transformation, as always, is pretty simple with these ones. Just fold those up. Fold his little feet up at the back there. And that is pretty much it. So they all do look pretty nice together, and I'm definitely glad to finally have these sort of G1 renditions in my collection, even though it is a bit of a reissue and not the originals. I'm not even sure how much the originals are going for these days, but I can probably hazard a guess that they are pretty damn expensive. So on to Perceptor. Alright, so here is Perceptor, and he does look pretty nice. I do love the chroming around the chest there, and these pieces are pretty nicely chromed as well. So you can sort of see the microscope action in work there and the focusing. I don't think it does a very good job of focusing on these slides in microscope mode, because I just did it before and I couldn't get to any focus at all. But I think you can try and get some focus separately by moving the distance manually like that. Unfortunately, like I was saying before, I don't have the original to do a comparison, but it doesn't look too bad. I actually think the red plastic is probably a nicer quality than the Blaster figure, and I do like the rest of the sort of black and the aqua plastic there as well. It would have been nice if I actually got the recent, what was it, Tesla, I think it was from Fan Toys, Tesla Perceptor, just to do a comparison against a new MP style one against the original, but I haven't actually picked that up yet. The transformation for this guy, pretty straightforward again. So you just pretty much do that, flick these down, turn those legs around, I think, just the thighs, flick those up like so. I do like this sort of mechanism on the back here, which I never knew Perceptor had, to bring up the sort of microscope section there like so, and then you can, oh, I forgot to fold this down, so you can fold that down, and then from the back here you pretty much just push those in like so and clip that in. I don't think mine at the top here doesn't really clip in very well. I'm not sure if it's supposed to sort of clip in perfectly or not. There seems to be grooves there, but they don't really stick in place, so I'm not sure if that's just a clearance issue with these sort of reissues. And then you just fold those around like so and bring it forward, and that is pretty much the microscope mode. And then you can just sort of put your slides there like so, and just change the focus like that. And the viewfinder does work, but with that sort of distance the focusing doesn't work really too well. But there you have Perceptor. So a pretty good take on the original G1 toy if you don't have it. These reissues do pretty much do the trick to have that sort of aesthetic in your collection. But if you can shell out for the originals and they're not too expensive, I probably would go and try and get an original G1. So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys like that fairly quick look at Blaster and Perceptor in this Platinum Edition reissue. Hope you can click that subscribe button. I've got a whole heap of stuff coming from Robot Kingdom in August, later in August, with Apollyon coming, Grenadier, I think he's called Grenadier from Fan Toys for the Insecticons, and a few other things as well with the Takara Unite Warriors Menasor as well coming. So hopefully you can stick around for that. Thanks again, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Cheers, bye.